there everybody, Jack Barnwell here in beautiful Naples, Florida. I'm down here planting up some gorgeous planter boxes with my C3 Gardens crew, and we're on site at this residential home. There's two of these that we just custom built that are integrated with our self-watering system. So these boxes we had made out of aluminum and powder coated, and then this interior liner box has our self-watering system integrated right into it. So these are really, really gorgeous. We also have a stunning aquapot collection at this home already that we planted up a couple of weeks ago, and these are to add to that and decorate around the pool here a little bit. So we're going to plant them up here and then put them around the pool, and we'll show you what it looks like. But thought it'd be fun to do this planting with you and show you what I'm thinking. So I've got all my plants laid out that are going in this. I know it kind of looks like a lot of plants, but I like to jam it in and make it look really, really stunning day one. And knowing what these plants are going to do and how they're going to integrate with each other and harmonize with each other is a really, really neat aspect and important part of being a container plant designer, planting designer, because I know that they're going to live in harmony with each other for a really long time. So we're going to start right off with this snake plant, Sansevieria. This is a great kind of bomb-proof plant that's going to go right in the center. These are really, really tough. I know that it's gonna enjoy this spot right in the center there. And I'm kind of planting this planter back to front because it goes up against a wall, as you'll see once we get them installed. These are Cordylines. This variety is called Ruby. This really nice hot pink kind of crimson color is gonna flank my snake plant there. I'm gonna put two of those on either side of the snake plant. These are kind of a more dwarfy Cordyline. They only get about 3 feet tall or so, and they're pretty slow growing. So I really like those a lot, especially in this box here. Next up, I'm gonna go with these little poly elephant ears. Tuck those into the back and get some really neat dark green foliage out of those. Good height and an awesome texture there. Then next up is the Stromanthe. These guys, I'm going to kind of go at a little bit of an angle off of those Cordylines there. And you'll notice the soil is so fluffy and easy to use, easy to work with. I'm just pulling it to the side and laying those right in, kind of facing the plants out so they present themselves really nicely, and kind of leveling the soil and working it as I go. So those are in. It's already looking pretty sweet. And I've got this Variegated Liriope. I really like this variety a lot. It's got a, obviously lends itself to a really nice texture there in this combination of kind of crimson, hot pink, and cream and green. I'm going to actually work 4 of these in. These are going to give us some really good texture and also like a really good filling structure to the sort of mid section of this planter. As you can see, it's pretty symmetrical in the style of planting here. Center out, very symmetrical, and that's on purpose. This particular client really likes that look, and the symmetry will be very much so appreciated. Next, we've got these Bromeliads going in. Love these nice little Bromeliads. A very, very tough plant, and I know that I can kind of plant them on their side a little bit, angle out. So some of those roots are, a little bit in the air even. It's gonna be totally fine. I'll bury them up, and you'll see in the end we're gonna cover this all with a nice Spanish moss anyway. So they'll be kind of buried in like a moss, half soil mix, and they'll really like that. And finally, Hypoestes is a great little shade-loving foliage plant. We call them Hippos. This is a really pretty kind of pink speckled variety. And I'm gonna just tuck those into my remaining holes that I've got there. We're set for me to be able to integrate those right in. And I love the way that foliage just sort of peeks out. Gotta move that guy just a little bit to tuck him into a happy little spot there. And then I've got 2 left, which I knew would be perfect for the sides here, bouncing out the back. And this planting, at least planting wise, is done. So, as you can see in our self-watering system, the back corner of every one of our planters has this fill tube. This tube right here is where you fill up the tank. This planter right here holds about 30 gallons of water and will last weeks between waterings, even in a super sunny spot. All these aquapots are set up the same way, all self-watering, extremely clean look in the pool cage, and last weeks between waterings. So this planter is looking quite stunning. It's almost done. The last thing I like to do is a little bit of Spanish moss, a really nice finish, kind of covers up the soil, makes for a really clean look, finished look. We use a lot of this product. I really like it. I like the way that it kind of mulches, covers the soil, keeps it clean, and gives the plants, or the planting, that much more of sort of a finished look right off the bat. So when the client comes home, they're not here right now, and they come home tonight and they see these new boxes installed, it's gonna look like a fresh, gorgeous bouquet of flowers, or even better. And that's the idea. We want them to be thrilled and happy and love everything we do, right? So I'm just gonna tuck in a little bit more moss in one spot. I just saw right there and right there, needed it, a little moss. We'll blow off those leaves, put a little leaf shine on them, and this planter is gonna look absolutely gorgeous for a long time here by the pool.